interpret DEI?
There was the EO explicitly laid out the details. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
It's okay. I'm asking for your understanding of it.
Yeah, my understanding was exactly what was written in the EO.
Okay. So can you...
I don't remember what was in the EO.
So right now, do you have an understanding of what DEI is?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your understanding as you sit here today in this deposition?
Well, it was exactly what was written in the EO. And so anytime that we would look at a grant through the lens of complying with an executive order, we would just refer back to the EO and assess if this grant had relation to it.
Okay, but I guess I'm stepping back from your methodology strictly in terminating the grants. Do you have an understanding as you sit here today of what DEI means?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your understanding of what it means?
Well, it is exactly what was written in the EO.
Okay, so...
and I don't have the EO in front of me, but that was, we would always reference back to the EO and make sure that this grant was in compliance with the EO.
I understand that. Okay, but I'm not asking necessarily about what was in the EO. I'm asking very specifically about your present understanding of what of DEI. Do you have a present understanding of DEI?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you explain what that present understanding is?
Well, it is just easier for me to be referencing back to the EO.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
I'm not refusing to answer the question.
Okay.
I just feel that referencing back to the verbatim executive order was the best way for us to capture all of the DEI language.
He kind of looks like Cillian Murphy a little bit, right? Okay, there are two things that I find interesting about this clip. One, the lawyer in this clip repeatedly asked him if he knows what DEI is, according to his own mind, not looking back at anything else. And here's the funny part, just to clear it up for anybody who supports this stuff. He continues to say, yes, I do. I think he says, yes, I do, like 3 different times. And every time he just goes, I just have to refer back to the EO. That means you don't know what it means, according to your own mind. If you can't actually say it to him, but you're saying, yes, I do know, but you actually can't say it, then you actually don't know, or you're at least not willing to say. If, just to be clear with you, the proper answer would have been, if he didn't actually know and he needed to refer to the EO, he would just say, unfortunately, not without the EO, or no, I need the EO to help me. That is what I used during my daily activities when I worked for DOGE. But instead, he said yes 3 times. In case that you're still not understanding, I'll give you an example. Hey, do you know how to get to Las Vegas, Nevada from here? Yes, I do. Okay, how? How do you get there from here? Oh, I have to refer back to the map or the GPS. You don't actually know. You don't actually know. So why would you keep saying yes if you don't actually know? Wouldn't that be, at best, infuriating? Like, wait, why are you saying that? And the second thing that came across my mind is, what exactly does the EO say about diversity, equity, and inclusion? And just to give you guys a refresher, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity, the presence of differences within a given setting, race, gender, etc. Equity, ensuring processes and programs are impartial and provide equal possible outcomes. And inclusion, the practice of ensuring that people feel a sense of belonging in the workplace. So that is the definition of DEI. So we're clear. Take a moment. Now here's what's really interesting. Apparently that EO that he's referencing, which is basically just an executive order that takes away Biden's previous diversity, equity, inclusion executive order, there actually isn't a checklist. There actually isn't a clear definition for what government programs actually had DEI within them. And in fact, in this same interview, he admitted to using ChatGPT and asking it what is DEI. And I laugh because it's all good to look it up, but this means even the EO that he keeps referring to didn't actually have a definition at all. He had to go somewhere else to find it. And one important thing about looking things up on AI is apparently he was just looking up these terms broadly. He didn't give it specific criteria, so it gave him broad answers, as you see from above. ChatGPT flagged research into violence against women during the Holocaust in Jewish literature just because just because race, gender, or ethnicity was mentioned. And I want to be clear with you, the reason why this is all a big deal is because he was canceling millions of dollars of funds that could have gone to government programs or people needing or using those programs based off of broad, vague vibes or definitions. I'll just read the bottom. The lawyer in the video is trying to show that Fox was canceling millions of dollars in congressionally approved funding based on vague vibes, or an AI's interpretation of an executive order rather than a clear legal standard. Here are some other examples. We already talked about the Holocaust history, digitizing historical black newspapers, academic studies of Jewish literature, and this is the kicker, they were researching everything else but Caucasian or heterosexual. So it's funny that they mentioned that DEI is discriminatory, but they were indeed being discriminatory in their own research practices, which is even more funny because, again, let's go over the definition of diversity, equity, and inclusion again. Diversity, the presence of differences within a given setting, race, gender, etc. Equity, ensuring processes and programs are impartial and provide equal possible outcomes. And inclusion, the practice of ensuring that people feel a sense of belonging in the workplace. His very own research practices are are indeed the opposite of what DEI is supposed to actually be. Just to be clear, one last thought. Whenever you hear somebody say that there isn't any bias, there isn't any discrimination within our government systems and programs, such as what they're trying to do in Florida and their education system, yes, they are trying to teach kids that down there. This guy and DOGE would be an example to the contrary. Okay, I'm done. Like and share if you like what I'm saying. Comment if you do or don't. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later.